What is going on, family? Once again, I'd like to thank you for joining the Credit Cousin YouTube channel. And to all our new subscribers, big shout outs to you all. Now, you know, earlier this week, I did a video, I think 1 or 2 days ago, talking about bad advice from social media. So, this is going to be like a spinoff, or I need to balance the scale. I told you the bad. Now I'm finna give you some of this good. So, family, all I ask at the end of this video, give me one of these or give me one of these and post your comments. Here we go.
8:14. I want to tell you how I got there so you can get there as well. But first, welcome back to episode
See there? I'm messing up already.
Financial Literacy Basics for the girls to tell you the real deal, how I have gotten my credit score to where it is. There's really 3 things that I've done that I think you should do as well to boost your credit score. 1, I make all of my payments on time. I have never missed a payment ever. That's the baseline thing, right? You should have perfect payment history because that's what most of your credit score is dependent on. So always make the minimum payments. Put it on auto pay so that you don't have to deal with possibly forgetting or anything like that. Number 2.
Now, number 1, I typically don't do auto pay because I am disciplined. When I tell you, family, 2 days a week, I look over my credit cards and my credit file. But we're going to keep going.
Try to keep your utilization as low as possible. I know people often say you have to have 30% and below. 30% is a great threshold to be at. I try to keep my credit usage less than 5%.
Now I need to stop here as well. You all know me as a 10 percenter. So if a bank gives me $1,000, I spend $100. A bank gives me $10,000, I spend $1,000. Just a 10 percenter. I'm just real simple, real basic, family.
That might be a bit aggressive, but it has allowed me to keep my score above 800. I just pay all of my bills before they're even due. So there's never any statement balance that generates because it's paid already. So my utilization is always under 5%. Lastly, to get to above the 800 threshold, you do have to have that mix of credit. So you have to have different kinds of debt and you have to have shown a history of paying it off over time. So I've had personal loans, I've had a car note, I've had a bunch of credit cards that I've been paying on.
This is a major gem for you all. Remember I told you I owe Division of Child Support $40,000? Well, on my credit file, it looked as if it was an installment loan. And with all the credit cards that I have, with the installment loan gives me a nice mix of credit.
Forever. I've paid off my student loans. So there's a lot of history of debt there that I have paid and ran up again and have continued to pay. That's really important. Credit scores are a measure of how well you manage debt and how much the banks can make off of you ultimately. So
She is absolutely correct. But remember, the lower your credit score, the more money the bank's going to make off of you. See, they didn't teach us this for a reason, family. Banks make the majority of their profit off of low income people. Well, low credit score people, low credit score people. So what we're promoting here on the Credit Cousin YouTube channel, 100% payment history, paying all your bills on time gives you a higher credit score. Okay, we're going to keep it moving.
I know life is busy, but if you do not schedule your finances, it will not get handled. 3, separate your soft life fund from your emergency fund. One protects your peace, the other protects your lifestyle. 4, know your top 3 money metrics: net worth, monthly burn, your savings rate. You don't need a fancy degree to do this. 5, build a bare minimum budget. If everything were to fall apart, how much will it cost you to cover the basics? This number matters. 6, stop using your checking account as a scoreboard. A high balance doesn't always necessarily mean financial freedom. You want to elevate, get crafty and strategic about your money, aka investments. Now 7, learn to say no even when you can afford it, okay? Discipline is not a form of punishment, it's protection. 8, track your emotional spending triggers. Are you spending because you're sad, bored, trying to prove something? Know your patterns. 9, buy luxury out of overflow, not from obligation. We don't perform success, we embody it.
Now, family, I want to stop here because I don't know if you're noticing, we're getting deeper into your finances. But this next young lady, it took me over 20 years to understand what she's saying. Here we go.
Longer spend my money on. And I can say this because I'm 32 years old and I feel like I spent a lot of my 20s making not the best financial decisions. And I'm not saying anything huge. I didn't do anything crazy, but looking back, it was money that I just don't think was well spent. So I'm going to tell you guys what I think those things are. Number 1, fast fashion. Okay, you will no longer catch me shopping at Forever 21, Shein, Zaful, whatever those websites are anymore. I do think that I was a victim to Shein, especially in my late 20s, and I just will no longer purchase clothes from them.
Let me throw one more in here. Temu.
Any kind of fast fashion, because I always end up getting rid of it and the quality is just so poor. And I know and I understand people are going to say like, oh, well, in this economy, like I get it, but the amount of money that I spent on those brands over years, I could have gotten a few really good staple wardrobe pieces that I could rewear and use longer, and it just looks better. Number 2, fake jewelry. Okay, so I no longer buy any kind of fake jewelry at all because it's all in the trash. It's all in the garbage. It all tarnishes, or even cheap jewelry. Now I just invest in really nice either sterling silver or gold or white gold, which again, I don't have a lot, you guys. Like the pieces that I wear I've had for a long time, or my parents gave me whenever I was younger, or I invested in them recently. But I just will no longer wear fake jewelry because they always end up in the trash, and the amount of money I could have just saved.
She is absolutely correct with the fake jewelry. Paparazzi. Now, I know you young ladies gonna light me up in the comments. That paparazzi family, you are wasting your money. Because typically, paparazzi probably lasts 2 weeks. And then, if it don't break within 2 weeks, in 2 months, you're gonna have a green ring around your neck from that fake gold.
I could have gotten some really good pieces, like a nice pair of gold hoops that I could wear all the time. I will not spend any more money than I need to on makeup, okay? So again, in my 20s, I was that girl that I would need the newest blushes, the newest eyeshadow palette, the newest everything, contour. Like I fell victim to whatever that is. I can't even think of the word right now. Overconsumption, especially in makeup. Like I was a Sephora VIB Rouge member for years, which means that I had to spend over $1,000 in Sephora in a calendar year. And I know for a fact I did not use all that makeup. I threw out so much of the makeup that I bought. It all went to the trash. I will not purchase cheap supplements. I really focus on myself. I have a chronic illness now. So now more than ever, I've realized how important it is to take care of myself, especially internally with my health. And I just will not buy cheap supplements, okay? Because they're probably not what they say that they are. Not everything is on the label.
And once again, family, she is absolutely correct. A lot of the labels, if you start looking up the definition of the words of things that we purchase and consume, you will find out it's trash. Absolutely trash. But what I wanted to do is make sure I bring you good financial advice because, like I said, I brought you the bad financial advice. So, family, what I need you all to do is give me one of these, a thumbs up. If you didn't like the content, give me a thumbs down. It's okay. And also, leave your message down below. And until my next episode, what am I going to say? You be blessed.